Alright. Gonna be very quick on that screen for today. I need to grab this quest over here from Seto. Wait, this is Memento. No, this is Roaring. A Resounding Roar. From the Eorzea. Uriangi over here. Isil, might I prevail upon thee to confer with Seto in private? The task of slaying the Light Warden will ultimately be thine, and it is for thee, I believe, that he worrieth most. Tell him of thy many great deeds spoken in earnest. Thy words may yet move him to change his mind. Hello, Seto. You have spoken with my brethren. Then you see it is not out of scorn that I deny you the relic. I simply cannot bear to see men fight and die. Not anymore. Oh, here, let me actually just quickly put my stuff on charge that need to be charged. My phone was at like 50. Not anymore. None of us can. To lose one who has placed a gentle hand on each one of us fills our heart with untold sorrow, as my brothers and sisters will readily attest. Oh, and don't worry. This is something I must do, Seto. Why am I to make? What am I to make of such declarations? Tell me, why do you wish this? The land is no longer man's to fight for, nor will your doing so compel the Fae folk to change, and in order to obtain other relics, you will have already paid the due price. Not more is owed. Hello, Jen. How are you? Then why would you risk all to face our fallen king? Early stream? Nah, this is more or less on time of when I... Actually, this is... My streams are normally supposed to start around 3:30 Eastern. And I'm just really bad at starting on that time. Keep a promise to do what no one else can. Technically, I should have been live earlier, if anything, but I'm not feeling good, and I never feel good, so. But I'm somewhat sick at the moment, so. What did you say? The very words. Could it be mere coincidence? Very well. You may believe what you say, but we shall see if you have the strength to do it. Valid. How are you doing today, though, my friend? Hopefully everything is good. Sin-eaters have been prowling the area of late. Prove yourself against them, and I will consider giving you the relic. See that you are well prepared, and meet me in the clearing to the east. There I will lure out the fiends, and you must slay them, or you may slay them. There he goes. Seto flies away. Seto, here we go. Tired, little bro, what ain't working? Oh, damn. Well, well, hopefully the prep goes good, and yeah, the night and midnight shifts for work sound horrible. So hopefully you give yourself some time to rest, if at all possible. Don't want to overwork yourself. And yeah, hopefully everything goes good for you, my homie. I will use my voice to lure out the sin eaters, as I once did when I hunted with an old friend. A feeble cry for the ravenous, a mighty roar for the territorial. I still remember the trick. But come, we must begin at your signal. Yeah, I took I took Saturday and Sunday to like literally just lay down and rest. So I had some really bad fevers on Saturday. And I've just been like resting and napping when I'm not like doing stream or when I was recording yesterday. Depends on how things go. I might take I don't know actually, because I need to take next Friday off. I might take this Friday off too actually. I don't know, we'll figure that out. We'll figure it out. Ready then. Very well. He's like, wah, 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 wah. You guys gonna come towards me or what? Come on. Think I'm gonna walk towards your pathetic asses? Ah. Down, bow. Aw, it wore off. I was looking so cool and badass and evil. I just wanted to use chaotic cyclone. It's cool. Did you watch or see anything from FanFest over the weekend, Jin? Are you excited for the new job if you watched? If not, I won't spoil if you do not like spoilers and stuff. Obviously, we are usually a spoiler-free zone unless everyone has heard of it in chat or other things. You watched? Hell yeah. I'm so excited. It honestly kind of makes me want to be a DPS player. And I most likely will Fantasia. You made short work of those creatures. I will not deny it. I have seen enough. Let us return to Waldorf. I actually thought of a short/video idea I want to do when the expansion comes out. Ephemera? Yeah. Hrothgals? God, they look so cute. I wouldn't have minded if their snout was a little bit longer, but I think they're a lot better than, you know, I think they're really good. I think a lot of people are angry over nothing. I mean, to each is their own when it comes to the designs, right? But I love the way they look. Oh, we got companion bonus on. Man's best friend. Which I totally haven't done my feisty little chocobo yet. Or I totally have done my feisty little chocobo already. As you can see that it's not underneath my quest log. By the ease with which you slew those sin-eaters, I see that you are capable. However, I still require time to think. And if you should be willing, there is a favor I would ask of you. Level 75. This is not a test of your strength, but a personal request. Please hear my tale. A while ago, I fought sin-eaters who had wandered into Ilmeg. In a heat of battle, I dropped a prized possession, a medallion. Of all places that it should fall, it was Longmere Lake. We Amuro are not fond of water. We certainly cannot dive very deep. Briefly entertained the thought of turning to the Foth, but they are more likely to keep my medallion out of mischief than return it to me. I have despaired of retrieving my treasure, but seeing what you are capable of, perhaps you will be able to find it. While I ponder your request for the shoes, will you not go and search for my medallion? It should elude, if it should elude even you, I will accept that it is gone forever. Sure, let me just, I got a little bit of a running nose, so give me 1 second. Alright. Oh, and our last, ether current quest popped up. Or our last overworld one.
Oh, I beg your pardon. I must have dozed off again. Ever since I turned 300, I can barely stay awake. Sandman is my name. And I had, something for you. What was it again? Yes, a request. I would have you seek out a young Amuro who has newly arrived in Ilmeg. But ere I go into detail, tell me, what, know you the nature of our community, Wolfdorf? It is a place where those of us who have attained intelligence come to live out our days.
Those who have become auspice. We Amuro are born mindless beasts, you see. If we abide among men for a century or so, we may awaken to abilities long lost in our kind, speech not least of all. That those who have awakened might know of Wolfdorf. We asked our new Mu friends to place enchantments on crystals found throughout Ilmeg. These crystals call out to our brethren across Novrent, drawing them hither. However, the aforementioned young Amuro was not prepared for what he found here, and that is other speaking Amuro, and no sooner did I welcome him, he bolted and ran away. Though he is wary of us, having served men until recently, I believe he will trust you. Please, Will you not find him and persuade him to come here? To help you on your way. He fled to the west of the settlement.
Sure, bud.
As you can see, I'm going for a lot more simplicity in the voices at the moment. I have not the energy nor the capacity to do high-end detailed voices. Not that I quite had them before, but, you know, now if all of them, 1 second. You find a set of Amuro tracks headed southwest. Judging by the depth of the impression, the creature was in some haste. You find foliage that has been partially consumed by a large beast. The trail of consumption continues to the west. The Pope. All right. You find the eaten remains of fruit. The exposed flesh yet turns brown. Yet to turn brown. The young Amuro may yet be near. Oh my god. English. Holy shit. It's the only language I know. Why can't I speak it? Who knows? Legasp. The young Amuro regards you with wary eyes. It's alright to talk. You know that I can talk. There was another feather like me. Do you know him? Well now, a whole settlement of talking Amuro. That place must be what he wanted to show me. My name is Tonatu. My master was a traveling merchant. One day, I discovered that I could speak. I was so happy I thought my master would be happy too. But when I spoke to him, he looked as if he'd seen a ghost and abandoned me. Since that day, I've been wandering the land by myself. I heard of Ilmeg. And I thought it would be nice to see it. But it seems the idea wasn't my own at all. The settlement, Walkdorf. It sounds like a nice place. But I don't want to live there. I've been alone for a long while. I don't feel comfortable around others anymore. Not even Amuro. Fair. Oh, wait. I mean, I'm gonna have to go underwater anyways. Right? May as well give myself the speed boost. Does not be appear such as medallion. Fibsh. Alright. Seto's medallion. My boy, I found it. No thank you. Dun, 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 dun.
Ah, you are returned. How fared your search?
Medallion. Medallion.
Ah, my medallion! You found it!
My medallion.
Oh, I know not how to thank you. It is my most treasured possession. A gift from a dear departed soul.
Odd.
He was a traveler, and together we journeyed to the ends of the world and back again. When I was young. In those days, I could not speak. But we found joy in each other's company nonetheless. Oh, the memories. This medallion he found during an adventure. Fashioned it into a necklace for me, his partner in crime. I had not the words to tell him then, but it filled my heart with pride. I was so happy. His name was Artbert, and he was my friend.
Artbert, thou sayest?
I had to turn off one of my fans. I
Everyone
have two fans in
blamed
this room
him
right
for
now.
the flood. Him and his
To
comrades.
keep me nice and cold.
Some few spoke up for them, of the many whose lives they had touched. But as the years went by, their voices were drowned out by those who only uttered the adventurers' names as a curse. It was too much to bear, and so I left behind men and their lies, and came to this place.
Hi Kay, Happy New Year. And thank you
Artbert
very much. I
was
hope
a
you're doing well
trusting
too.
soul, constantly being drawn into the troubles of others. Yet in spite of this, he never thought twice when he saw someone in need. He always tried to help. It was no different then. The world needed heroes. It needed him. And yet, he was a good man.
I should probably make some tea
He
tonight. I have a lot
deserved
of
to be
water
happy.
with me at the moment.
I wish I could have told him that, at least.
I've been keeping well and hydrated. Oh. I'm sure he knows that now. I'm sure Ardbert knows how you feel. Oh, I forgot it's already 2024. Yeah.
You remind me
Year of the
it.
Dragon.
Your kindness. When we Amaro were created, we were granted the ability to perceive souls. Thus did we recognize our masters. That ability has long since faded from our kind. But due perhaps to my reversion, I can see your soul. Faintly, but surely.
It's orange.
It is reminiscent of Artbert's. Strikingly so.
That's our first hint.
Of course, you are you and no one else.
Well,
We
Kay,
are
have
defined
you
not by the
did you
soul we
watch
are
or
born
see anything
with,
about
but the
FanFest over the
paths
weekend?
we walk. Nevertheless, I cannot help but feel that this is more than mere coincidence. Which is why I will place my faith in you. The relic, It is yours.
There's trouble! Terrible trouble!
Ooh.
Has something happened at Leader Loran?
Alida Loran.
Together with the twins, we were playing tricks on some nasty mortals to stop them from setting foot in Ilmeg. At first they ran off screaming, which was lots of fun. But then a scary, bony, wrinkly old mortal came along and spoiled everything. None of our tricks
I
seemed
wonder
to
who
work
that
on him,
is.
which is no fun at all. And now they're getting closer and closer.
Ronjeet. If he manages to find his way in, all our efforts will have been for naught. As thou sayest.
Should we be discovered ere our mission here is complete, and the Light Warden yet liveth, our task will be rendered nigh impossible. If we are to prevail, we must needs divide our forces. Thus do I propose the following. Whilst thou salliest forth to meet with the Light Warden, we shall join in the effort to obstruct the trespassers. Should we succeed in staying their advance, all the better. Yet even should we fail, if we can but delay our enemy's arrival long enough for thee to secure victory, our plan may still be deemed a success.
So the moment the lights go out, we all beat a hasty retreat, yes?
Yep.
Let me come with you. I have the blessing too.
No, Midfelia. You'll only get underfoot. Now come.
I wish there were more I could do. Please be careful.
Don't get yourself killed, kid. Complete. Forgive me. It seems my indecision cost you precious time. But I am convinced now. Convinced that you will triumph. To the south, you will find the bridge to Legaia. As the great bearer of the four relics, the gate to the castle will open to you. Yes, sir. I think that's the entrance I need to go towards. Buh. Time to fight Titania. Eventually.
Green gliders.
Whoa. You transformed. I forgot that happened. Oh, they're so cool. I don't remember ever seeing a green glider before. I definitely have. But like, for some reason they're not in my brain and they're so hello guard people. Bam, puka shells. Well, not puka shells, but they're called pukas. Can we make a shell out of them? Or a necklace? That's the only time it's really weird. It's just like when that guy who's like, I went to Hawaii once, I came back with puka shells. Now it's like my entire life. Like, wow, you really have no personality, huh, Greg? Sprint, 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 speed. Alright. I only have one more to go in this land. Alright. Lakeland, I have them all done. I need to fly around still. Calusia, I need to get 5 more. Amarang, I need to get 6 more. Raktika, I need to get all of them. And in the unknown place, spoiler name shall not be said, I need to get all of them. Just in case it's not odd or it's not voiced, I am gonna turn that off for now. I don't know if there was gonna be like Urianger walking up being like, pray hither to the wake, pray return to the waking sands. The gate has recognized you as the bearer of all 4 relics. The seal is broken. My Yakshneeda. Wow. All that remains is to enter the castle and confront Titania, and being bereft of reason and mercy. It is sure to be a ferocious battle. If anyone can bring an end to our king's torment, it's you. Yet know this, my adorable sapling. Though we Fae folk may appear to live unfettered lives, there are still laws that bind us. To take back as is taken, to create as much as destroyed, to give as much as received. In all things, balance must be preserved, and the same will be asked of you. But worry not, come what may, your beautiful branch will ever be at your side. Alright. Let's see how well this goes. 6-minute queue time. What shall we do in the meantime? I guess let me just, go unlock the rest of Lakeland while I'm waiting. Just take the cheapest flight out. Ba 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 da da. Oh, okay. Honestly, did not expect the Tanya or the dancing plague to pop that fast. Lightward into Titania. So much time lost, so much frolicking and feasting left undone. We must make up for it. We must begin playing with you. Ah, the music. Alright, let's see. East, north, then west for the ads. Alright.
Come and play! For the night is bright and you can sleep when you're dead.
So remember that. East, north, west. East, there, there.
Can you guess which one?
I'll turn this on for when it's time to fight ads.
Wait, wait, wait! When you play with fire. We're sick of this cramped old castle. Let's play in the forest.
In the forest.
Oh, those poor souls.
Squash, crimson fire.
The more the merrier. Join us, me children.
Get the aggro off them. There we go. Nice and smooth.
Please roll. Bigger's better.
Ba, 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 da. I was actually gonna try and arm's length it, but I was a little too slow. Just let me swap those around, because that feels a little bit better.
Dance
69.
like the leaves on the forest. This is so much fun. Let's play some more.
Rhodium chloride? Yo, what a fire name. I didn't even look at anyone's name here. Way go.
Oh, that hurt. You play rough.
Hell yeah, they do, BB. Alright, pop that out. Pop this out. This is like one of my favorite trial songs. I don't know what it is. That's why I'm really happy I have the fake Wibber.
We can play no more.
Because, you know, it's Titania. I had to crack my knuckle and it didn't want to crack at first, but then it did and it felt good, but bad, but nice, but weird. Understandable. So yeah, this is like a perfectly telegraphed fight. Spread. Tank. Stand in water when she says fire. I'm the... What a kind person for just waiting. I got 2 comms though. Let's go, poggers. Hello, my little yak.
You have freed our fallen king. Not that I expected any less, my snayak.
My snayak.
The dress, the crown, the scepter, the shoes. The time has come for these relics to serve their true purpose. For they are not only keys to the castle, they are also blessings to be bestowed upon the new king. The way into the castle is opened when it is time to relieve the reigning monarch of the throne. And the brave soul who does the deed has the honor of taking their place.
I can't become your king.
However,
Yeah.
should you ascend the throne, you will become one of us, never again to live as men do. My adorable sapling, my precious mortal. We Fae folk live forever, but such is not your virtue. To strive for a dream you will never see, to sow seeds that others might one day taste the fruits of your garden, that is the beauty of your kind. Burn bright and shine as only you can. These blessings, your lovely branch will accept in your stead.
Aw, Faeul, my baby. That's my king. That's my king. Pardon me.
Ilishla.
Rejoice and revel,
Meg
for a kingdom of
Opera.
rainbows is forever young.
Now, shall we attend to those unwise enough to trespass in our realm?
Yes, we shall.
We go to Raktika Greatwoods tonight.
I kind of like that top that that guy with the blue hair is wearing.
Confound it. How did they get here so fast?
Damn these pixies and their tricks!
How in the seven hells?
Because he's got cheat mode on.
Listen well. We come in pursuit of villains who have fled to this land. You know who and where they are. Now show yourselves and answer me before I lose.
You told your king to look in the mirror. That was it.
Oh, stop! It hurts! It hurts!
Don't hurt Islala. She's just a baby.
Enough! Lift the enchantment!
What did he say?
Minfilia, willful child. How many times must I come to collect you?
I won't return to Yulmore. And I won't let you hurt my friends.
What is this stance? Where did you learn it? No oracle I trained would make such an unseemly show of herself. Know your shame, gal. You're powerless. You have no life nor purpose, save that which our master sees fit to permit.
There she is. There he is.
Who are you to dictate her purpose? To lock her away and deny her a life? If she was powerless, it's because of you, you sanctimonious swine. But no longer.
That's my boy.
Fool! Defiance only begets more suffering. It is through acceptance alone that one may find solace in this god's-forsaken world.
God, the graphic update with these cutscenes are gonna go hard.
Look! The sky! She's done it. The warrior of darkness has triumphed.
General?
What are our orders? What do we do?
We do what we came to do. Subdue this rabble and find the Warrior of Darkness.
Never.
Forward, men! Take the villains captive! Are you deaf? I said...
The king returned. Make ready for the feast.
What's happening? Water? That wasn't there before.
The night is delightful. The night is delightful. And dance.
What's the matter with you? Get a hold of yourselves, damn it!
This is very scary. Oh yeah, this is like
General,
terrifying
they come in
to
greater
be
numbers.
on the
We must
Eorzea
retreat.
side.
All who stand with the Warrior of Darkness shall face justice. My master demands it.
You're such a simp, buddy. No personality whatsoever. Exactly. My dog has more personality than him. She's a good girl, too. Usually. Sometimes she's an ass.
I see. Well, it's a good thing Feaul volunteered to become king in your stead, for all our sakes.
We are grateful for your timely aid, Feaul, or should I say, your majesty.
It was the first night in recent memory. We all of us but wished to make the most of it. That's something you must remember about us Fae folk. Though our existence may be eternal, we exist only for the present. We live in the here and now, paying no mind to futures that may or may not be. To wit, we are not driven as men are. We cannot fight for such causes as men do.
Does that mean you won't aid us against the Sin Eaters?
Not unless the mood takes us. But if it was to repay a debt, well then, that's another matter. To take back as much as is taken. To create as much as is destroyed.
The new move.
To give as much as is received. Such
The
is the way of
Thoth.
Ilmeg.
My frog candy cane
By
boy.
this law, we shall lend you our strength. In return for the beautiful sky you have restored to us. In times of need, do not hesitate to call.
I'll be sad to lose. Squirtles, absolutely.
Silly sapling. I shall remain at your side. Even should my body be in the castle, 'tis a simple thing to have a little part of me accompany you. Treat them as you would your Isnefis.
Your sniffs. Your beautiful branch. Ba 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 da 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 da. Ne'er for a moment did I doubt that thou wouldst triumph over thy foe. Yet the majesty of thine achievement delighteth me nonetheless. Night hath returned to Ilmeg, and we stand one step closer to delivering the first from its doom, and averting the 8th umbral calamity. 'Tis a pity thou were not present to see the Fey folk put the Eomorians to a fight. 'Twas a sight to raise the spirits, I do assure thee. But what valuable allies they might prove, were the mood only to take them. Free. Alright. I knew you could do it. And not only because of your blessing, you have a strength all your own, and it has seen us through many a trial. Fly away. With the warden defeated, I believe our work here is done. It is time we were going, together, needless to say. To the bitter end, the fate of our two worlds being at stake, and all that. Now then, I suggest we hurry back to the Crystarium. Much and more may have happened while we were frolicking with the Fey folk. That Ranjit, elected to pursue us, makes me hopeful the city was spared Eomore's attention, but I would sooner see for myself. Besides, I believe I speak for all of us when I say I've had a belly full of Ilmeg. Let us away for the for the fairies, before the fairies think to play with us again. Yep, smart. Fly away! Alright. Let me unlock the zones I need to for the map here. And then I'll unlock the rest of the zones for Lakeland. And then we'll keep going with some story. Let's see, we've done 4 or 5 quests so far. New. Handmirror Lake. Oh, right, this is Handmirror Lake. But this is something else. Ilmeg is such a beautiful place when it's not blighted by light. I mean, everything in this expansion is beautiful when it's not light blighted, but Ilmeg is like one of those especially. At night too. Ooh, so pretty. Long Mirror Lake. Let's see how much of this one it unlocks. It is a little bit here and there. Oh, because we have an island. An island up top to go to Saint Fathric's temple. Thism Laran. Andon's Aris. And Andon's heirs, my bad. Okay, so that does show there. Like, does that show above on the map? Because I feel like I don't remember seeing it. Bonk, 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 bonk. Bonk, 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 bonk. You know what? Just take me to the Crystarium. I'll unlock Lakeland later. I'm level 75 when I'm about to hit a level 74 quest finally. Just in case it's not voice.
All seems well at the Crystarium.
All right, it is.
Yes,
Sometimes the music
was
and
plainly more
is a
concerned with
little
finding us. How
confusing.
flattering.
Oh, it's Papa.
You certainly took your time. I had half resolved to complete the task myself.
And you are...
Were one to study the annals of Garlean history, one would find yonder visage on many a page. Though by rights its youth should long since have faded.
Well, well, we have a historian in our midst. That spares me a lengthy explanation. I am Solus Sos Galvus, founding father of the Garlean Empire, and under various guises, the architect of myriad other imperially inclined nations. As for my true identity, I am Eorzea, Ascian.
I love him. It's my husband right there.
Gaia spoke of you, a native of the Source.
Equal in rank to La Habrea. And you came all this way just to introduce yourself to us?
Behold the sky, restored to its former glory. Have you ever seen a more affecting spectacle?
I really wish it wasn't cloudy when this scene was happening.
Oh, it is truly, deeply... infuriating. Do you have any idea how much you have delayed the rejoining?
Just enough to piss you off, Papa.
Following the flood, the First had been listing ever further towards the light, towards stasis. The end was in sight. Enter man and his indomitable spirit. He would haul the world back from the brink. And adding his lumpen weight to the power of growth, he duly tipped the scales, if only by a fraction. Yet a fraction was enough to spoil the perfect imbalance needed to bring about a rejoining. Had mankind continued to live in idleness under Vorthri's rule, all the conditions would have been met. But you had to come and ruin it all.
But did I really ruin it?
Thanks to your meddling, light supremacy is in doubt, and our painstakingly laid plans are in tatters.
Well, I should begin by thanking you for confirming Urianger's theories on the inner workings of the Calamity. He will be most pleased. As for what happens next, might I suggest you admit defeat and walk away?
Happy to let me go, are you? Because the murderous glint in your eye suggests otherwise. Indeed, it is enough to make me think better of confronting you alone. Look, it did cross my mind to simply side with Vorthri and kill you all. But that's no different from what Lahabrea did. And we all know how well that ended for him. And so, while it is liable to be troublesome, I have settled upon a different approach.
Oh, do tell.
Cooperation. I will not raise a hand to hinder your hunt for the Light Wardens. If you desire it, I will even lend you my knowledge and strength.
What's the catch?
Since time immemorial, you and yours have labored to rejoin the 13 shards, at the cost of countless lives. Do you expect us to believe that your objective has suddenly changed?
Nay, our objective is the same as it ever was. Though I dare say, you do not know our motive. A war waged without knowledge of the enemy is no war. It is mere bloodletting. Just once, might we not seek to find common ground? For good or ill, I am immortal. Provided I have the inclination, I can always begin anew, scheme and conspire to my heart's content. But this time I thought that I might instead try to see eye to eye, to understand what drives the hero of the source, to determine if our goals are truly incompatible. So come, shed your preconceptions. See beyond the unscrupulous villains you take us for. When all is said and done, we may find ourselves pleasantly surprised. The proud discoverers of a path of cooperation rather than opposition. Think of it.
Thou hast delivered thy proposal, and we would not dismiss it outright. If I may offer thee counsel, however, to make thy case via an illusion reflecteth poorly upon thy sincerity.
My apologies. You will forgive me if I'm not entirely at ease in the presence of a famed Ascian slayer. I felt it only prudent to take precautions. Nonetheless, your counsel is duly noted. I take my leave, friends. Rest assured, we shall meet again soon.
Alright. A little Lala. And you're a white mage. Level 90 white mage, level 80 ninja. Cooperation? He can't be serious, can he? But, well, we've certainly been given much to ponder, but first things first, we should report to the Exarch. You can run along, little. We'll be perfectly capable of handling this task. In light of your recent exertions, I'd say you earned a rest. Go on, take yourself to your bed. We'll see you later, and refreshed and ready for more. Alright, thank you guys. I would love the nap right now.
A man with too many scars to fade away.
Do you believe in magic? From a distance.
Oh, welcome back, miss. We've been expecting you. You will find refreshments laid out in your quarters. We hope they are to your liking. We'll be retiring now. Very good, miss. I bid you a pleasant evening.
Ba-da. Ba-ba-ba. So we have 63 more quests to go. 67 technically. Including our job quests. So I think if I go just for a little bit more, we can get to the halfway mark. I hope the past few days have not been overly taxing. Please take your rest and recover.
From the Exarch, is it? With that mirror of his, he can watch your every move, you know. He'll probably think you're talking to yourself. Still, he's keeping you well fed.
Because he loves me.
Judging by his people's faith in him, he seems to be a decent sort. But
Yeah.
so much about him remains shrouded in mystery. Like, what was he doing back in my day? There was no such person when I was around.
Well, he
A
said
lot's happened since the flood, though.
he pulled that
Since I was
after
set
the
adrift.
flood.
I know little more than you do of this city's history in the Exarch's past. Not that it matters. It's Emmett Selk we should be concerned about. When our world was about to be consumed by light, the Ascian in white appeared before us. He said that the only way for us to live on was to bring about the rejoining. Desperate as we were, we heeded his words, not realizing that the flood was of the Ascian's own making. They cannot be trusted. None of them. But Emmett Selk had one thing right. One should not fight blindly. That's what we did. And it cost us
I
everything
love
we
that
held
though.
dear.
We do the raids before the ending. Turn about Seto. I want to do the Eden raids. So long as
What about Seto?
the queues
What does it
are
say?
acceptable. I will be trying to get all like dungeon raid and trial stuff completed before
He's done some
dawntrail though, at
growing.
least.
When we were traveling together, he was nowhere near as big. And he obviously
So
couldn't
I
speak.
definitely will be doing them in the coming months if I don't do them
I had no
at the
idea
end
how much
of
that medallion meant to
Shadowbringer.
him. What about you, anyway? You must have a friend like Seto? Chocobo, perhaps? Come on, you tell me something for a change.
I probably will go through all post MSQ first and then do the raids. Even though it would break the continuum a little bit. Real politique. Real politic, I guess is how it's pronounced. Manic Realm Pixie. Okay, wait. Manic Pixie. What's it called? Manic Pixie Dream Realm. Oh, that's for Beast Tribe stuff.
Good evening to you, miss. I hope you are well rested. The Exarch and your companions are presently gathering in the Ocular. He asks that you convene with them at your earliest convenience.
So, Kay, did you see the... Okay, actually, let me ask like this. When Dawntrail comes out, if you are able to get your sub properly and everything, will you be playing it? And if so, what job do you think you're going to be playing? This also goes for you as well, Jin. What jobs are you guys going to be playing? And are you going to be using your free Fantasia to become a Hrothgal, to become something else, to just fix up your current Warrior of Light a little bit? I'm really curious about people's like takes on what they're doing right now, because everyone's going to get a free Fantasia from what Yoshi P said on Saturday.
If you have business with the Crystal Exarch, just say the word and I would be happy to escort you to the Ocular.
Alright, this has to be, spoken.
Ah, there you are. You're just in time to welcome our guest.
Uh-oh, Papa's here. I've forgotten to do it twice now. I need to do something to my character still.
Please. Did I not explicitly tell you that we would be meeting again soon? Lest you forget, I made you a promise. I have no intention of meddling with your mission. I come only to observe. Your Exarch friend in particular has piqued my curiosity. Summoning you all like that. Most impressive.
You honestly expect us to believe you've come only to observe? Or that you might deign to lift a finger to aid our cause if called upon? Even if there were a sliver of truth in your words, I would never accept your help. Not in my darkest hour. Not after all the suffering your kind has wrought.
So petty. I meant what I said, and I said what I meant.
I love Emmett.
Wage your war against the
Should be one of my favorite
each and every Light Warden to the sword.
Villainous characters ever.
Prove yourselves heroes, brave and true, and I will be glad to embrace you as allies. Allies worthy of bearing the burden of truth. Surely such a partnership would be preferable to yet another round of fisticuffs. And thus did the olive branch wither and die. Pity. Well, let no man say I did not try, futile as it was. Though I suspect you will seek me out when you grow tired of making the same mistakes. Difficult decisions lie ahead of you. Decisions best made with the benefit of knowledge to which only the Eternal are privy. For now, I shall resume my shadowy vigil. Whatever you choose to do, make sure it's worth watching, would you?
There he go. He vanished.
What was that all about?
A vain attempt to make us doubt our chosen course, most like. As if we'd believe a word that passed his lips. Unless you think there is some truth in what he says.
Colonel, perhaps. My character just thinks he's hot, so she wants to give him benefit of the doubt.
If he simply meant to lead us astray, he could have done so without revealing himself. At least, not in the manner he did. It goes without saying that an alliance with the Ascians is out of the question. But since we have no way of knowing where they might be hiding, it seems only logical to press on with our mission, even if our enemy seems content for it to succeed.
Then let us discuss the Sin Eaters. I would begin by thanking you all for your efforts thus far. In striking down the Light Wardens of Lakeland and Ilmeg, you have accomplished more in your short time here than all of our forces managed in the last century.
That may be, but the Wardens of Calusia, Armarang, and Raktika remain.
Indeed, and their precise whereabouts are as yet unknown. Which is why I propose we divide our forces and conduct a systematic survey of each region. Once we have found our quarry, we may then determine how best to proceed.
I'll take Armarang in that case. I know the lie of the land well enough.
If there are no objections, I will make for Calusia. I have connections there both in and around Yulmore that may prove useful.
Then I would ask that you journey to Raktika. There you will find Y'shtola. With her assistance, I doubt the Warden will evade your grasp for long.
That's fair.
Is Y'shtola the conjurer you and Eorzea used to talk about?
That's right. Though we haven't spoken much since she left for the forest.
I fear I may be to blame for that. I had every intention of relaying the news of your arrival, but she is disinclined to speak with me. You have visited her, have you not? Might I trouble you to...
'Twould be no trouble.
My thanks. While you are all out in the field, I shall be here attending to business. I had somewhat fancifully contemplated joining the search myself, but other matters demand my attention.
What's that?
A missive from Lord Vorthry. He invites me to join him in Yulmore to discuss the recent conflict at Lida Loran.
Lida Loran. Lida Loran.
And? Did he even bother to offer any bait? It's obviously a trap.
I should be surprised if it were not. Nevertheless, I must seize this opportunity to speak with him, even if only a few words are exchanged. Though my power will be much diminished so far from the tower, it is a risk I am willing to take. Master Alphino, might I impose upon you to accompany me to Yulmore prior to beginning your reconnaissance?
Of course.
Then let us make ready. Safe travels to you all.
Before you leave, I would make a request of you. There's a church, or rather, the ruins of a church at Fort Job. I want to ask that you go there before seeking out Y'shtola. It was a place where people once gathered to worship light. Alas, it has long since fallen into disuse. Yet, within that hall there remains a tablet whose writings, I believe, may prove of use to Y'shtola. At the very least, such a relic would make a suitable gift for your reunion. A most considerate proposal. Very well. Ere we depart to Raktika, we shall journey unto Fort Job, and there we might secure this relic. Fort Job. Hell yeah. Party soon divided. Here amidst these ruins, we will find a church of the first light, and within that hollowed hull, the tablet we seek. Time is of the essence, my friend. Let us be quick. Now, it says level 74, 403 headgear. That's 400 on the flat side. This look died. I'll keep it for now. Why not? When do I get the chess piece? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 quests from now. So I'd get it tomorrow. But I'm curious as to how this whole set looks. Yeah, never mind, not my vibe. At the height of Lakeland's prosperity, these sites served not as man's final bastion, but as a testament to his ingenuity and architectural prowess. The Church of the First Light was responsible for many such marvels, building majestic chapels in every corner of the realm. Alas, the flood, with its inexorable tides, would drown nigh everyone, and all but put an end to the religion as a whole. For the creature which then did rise from the fulgent deluge, was seen as an agent of divine punishment, sent to devour sin-eaters, and sinners both. Oh, sin and sinner both. Once came the name of Sin-Eater. The people were lost, seemingly forsaken by their god. Yet, where there is light, there hath been shade, and 'twas in the dark they sought solace. The most devout of those worshippers of the shadow did then migrate to the Raktika Greatwood. But that is a tale for another time. For now, let us find what remaineth to the chapel here, Level 80 for that field. If I can find a nice, like, gold axe, I'll rock that with this for a bit. On top for the saints and the sinners, you know, we're going it down like a river. Okay, my mic isn't doing anything weird yet, so I'm gonna push it just a little bit further. Wherefore are the grounds to go underneath? Here they are, thank you, Eorzea. I forgot I could fly for a second. Aye, this is indeed the church we seek. It's surprisingly intact. What little is left of the churches I've seen until now has always been born of the scars of decay and disuse. Its subterranean construction hath done much to protect it from the hull from the ravage of time, yet the reason for its remarkable preservation may be deduced from its decoration. of faith and light did wane, as faith and light did wane, so rose reverence for the dark. And its followers didn't want for their place of worship to be plain. The standards which do adorn these walls belong not to those who built them, but to those who worship the dark, the Knights Blessed, who subsequently migrated to Raktika, yes? Indeed. 'Twas beneath the shaded boughs of the Raktika Greatwood that they finally found sanctuary. Often, many times, did Eorzea make capricious overtures of friendship unto them, but they are no fools. The Exarch knoweth full well that Y'shtola in his seclusion doth labor to learn all that she may of the blessed and their path. 'Tis why he sent us here now, I see. The tablet to which he spoke, no doubt, provideth a glimpse into the history that she so yearneth to comprehend. Well then, we'd better hurry up and find it.
I believe I remember. Let me do this.
You've located the time-worn tablet. Alright, 1 second, guys. I'm just gonna respond to something. Within the altar thou sayest. Yes, Eorzea. Not escapeth thine eye, 'twould seem. This is indeed the tablet we seek. Curious, these engravings predate the Knights Blessed. If I'm not mistaken, they write in the script of the ancient Empire Ronka, whose capital once stood in the midst of what is now Raktika. 'Twill be no small matter to decipher them. A fine gift for our seeker of truth. 'Tis plain the Exarch understandeth Y'shtola only too well. But come, let us quit this place and make ready for our journey into the woods.
Hands.
Ere we depart, there's a custom of Knights Blessed which I feel compelled to educate. Elucidate? I don't know what he said there. As one might expect, they deem light to be aberrant. abhorrent, and everything it touches befouled. Thus, do they take the utmost pains to protect all they can from its taint, including their very names. To speak plain, it is the belief of the blessed that one's name must ne'er be uttered in the light of the everlasting day. Yet, this commandment precludeth not the use of another's. Thus, do parents protect their children, and in rare cases, masters their disciples. So, it is that Y'shtola hath taken the name Master Matoya, lest we offend them. I bid you speak not her true name, but in the blessed's presence. With that in mind, let us speak with the god who keepeth the vigil at the Great Wood's border. Hans go wee.
Well met, traveler. What business have you here? Yes, of course, right this way.
Thank you, my friend.
Music.
No matter how far he goes, man cannot resist looking back on the path he has walked. The untold stories and secrets of the past can be more alluring than the promise of tomorrow. So he braves the forests of Rak'tika in search of mystery and wonder. Of Ronka, to which all seekers of hidden truths are inevitably drawn.
We have arrived. Vast though these woods may be, they are, by and large, uninhabitable. Not so the swamps of Cydia, however, whose sparse foliage permitted man a foothold.
No lands must remain beyond our grasp. Go forth, conquer, rule! Forgive me. A sudden pang of nostalgia for those halcyon days. Exploring virgin territories, subjugating primitive peoples, all for the glory of Garlemald.
If you've brought your ivory standard, I'll be happy to tell you where to stick it.
Yes, I've done 7 quests so far.
Can we not simply
today,
take a moment to enjoy the view
including this.
together? Or would you rather I spied on you from the shadows? Much more of
Well,
this,
there's
and I
8
may very well
actually.
begin to regret my show of good faith.
If you really want to stay, then help us fight.
No, I think not. I am an observer, nothing more. Even shielded by the shadows of these boughs, I feel the light's presence most keenly. To accompany you is taxing enough. To fight is out of the question.
I will suffer your company if I must, but not your commentary.
I don't get Fano for a little bit, but I get Slitherboro soon, because that's certainly not one that's required to get by thing, my story. 'tis plain our Ascian counterpart meaneth to follow wheresoever we lead. Were it otherwise, he would not suffer the overabundance of light in these woods. Verily, it pervadeth every corner, and so long as Lightwarden remains, the Sin Eater shall be free to prey upon the lands without decrease. If naught is done, 'tis but a matter of time before the blessed succumb. 2 years passed. A swarm of Sin Eaters did lay waste unto the largest settlement, killing a great many of their priests in so doing. Though some few did survive, they knew not how to go on, wayward souls in want of a guiding hand. For mercy, Y'shtola hath provided that which they sorely needed. They have since endeavored to restore their home, and thither shall we bend our steps to Fort Gone.
Northeast.
So I'm guessing in the trailer, when we see Y'shtola and Urianger talking, and there's fire around, that was 2 years past, when she was like, if they aren't gonna be here, then I shall have to do what I can by my own hand.
I see little sign of recent activity, nor hath any meaningful progress been made with the reconstruction. Mayhap Y'shtola sought shelter elsewhere. Come, let us quit this place.
Now! Surround them!
These senators, they're not like the others.
There's a reason for that. Lower your weapons, please. We mean you no harm.
How is it they can speak?
It's a Sin Eater trick. They mean to kill us all.
Upo?
That will seem a lot less amusing when we are forced to kill them.
Dark Souls, you've died. Screen pops up.
Oh, for the love of... I had hoped that by accompanying you, we might come to understand one another. But all I have come to understand is that you have a knack for inflaming the natives.
Oh, absolutely, my dear.
You've committed the cardinal sin of boring me. And so, I retire to the shade. Good luck.
Look at the Ari.
Did you see that one disappear?
I think I preferred La Habrea.
Are you sure he possessed your body?
Enough. Runard, report.
Master Matoya! We apprehended them as you ordered, but are you certain these are Sin Eaters?
The intense light of the ether I saw was unmistakable. If not Sin Eaters, then what?
'Tis passing queer that Y'shtola should mistake us for the enemy, is it not? Mayhap it hath been too long since last she beheld the radiance of thine ether. Master Matoya, hath time truly made strangers of us?
Nay, I recognize you, Eorzea, Thancred. And this is Minfilia of the First, of whom you spoke before.
Just so. And knowing as thou must that we come in peace, might I prevail upon thee to have thy comrades lower their arms?
First explain this other presence in your company. The one I know not. There is but one manner of creature in this world whose ether is suffused with such an abundance of light.
Mine apologies, Master Matoya, but thou art mistaken. Before thee standeth our dearest comrade, the truest hero among us.
Among us?
Though she is but recently arrived here in the First, not one but 2 Light Wardens have already perished by her most puissant hand.
It cannot be.
A wife.
Nice to see you too, Master Matoya.
Master Matoya?
Lower your weapons. Forgive us this hostile welcome. Come. I would give you a proper introduction to Raktika and its people.
I do love the way male Hroths look still at times. Because Runard looks pretty fantastic. I was just reading chat there.
Never mind. Stupid joke. You have been busy since arriving in the First, I gather. But I would hear of your tale of your travails in a more suitable surroundings. With fort gone yet to be rebuilt, the knights blessed made their home in the settlement to the northeast. I will await you at the entrance. Follow the path through yonder gate, and you will find me there soon enough. The webs. Oh, that's where it is, right? Boing, boing. Ah, damn. I believe it's what? 20 quests in here. And then we go back to Amarang. And then Calusia. And then we're done. In retrospect, it doesn't feel like that much is left overall. Supply. Fat chocobo. Boing, boing. What's my next one? No, 350 yalms. 49 yalms, but 50 yalms. There you are. I was beginning to worry. Much like the Twelves would, this forest has a way of dealing with those who stray too far from the beaten path. But I digress. Let me show you the home of the Night Blessed.
Fancy.
Alright. My voice sound good still? It does. Alright, I am going to restart game really quick. And then we'll go for a little bit more, do a few more quests, and then I go get food and rest for a bit. Alright. Oh, I need to do Heaven's Turn still. I only have 6 more days. Nothing like getting your fortune read about 10 days late from New Year's. Wait, what? Oh. It's just removing the Elgato sound from my screen. Or from my source. My scene, actually, it is. Because the sources are within the scenes. So I am 5 levels off, but the game is 6 levels until we get to Fano, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 quests away.
Slitherbow is the largest of the blessed settlements. They worship no gods, instead revering darkness itself.
Fair.
It is a curious kind of faith, but one which has granted them the strength to persevere in the wake of the flood.
I get that outfit. I like that skirt. It's cool.
I hope you weren't expecting a grand feast by way of welcome.
Yeah,
they are a simple people.
Yo, give me some stew and I am good, Stola. I mean,
Now, I would hear of your travels away from prying ears. Come.
Master Matoya. Ah, this music.
I see. And now you seek the Light Warden of Raktika. In the days after I arrived in the First, I too relied upon the Crystal Exarch for guidance. But his penchant for secrecy and the telling of half-truths soon lost him my trust. And thus did I strike out on my own. My work eventually led me here to the forest, which I have come to know like the back of my hand. I cannot say with certainty where your quarry is hiding, but I am confident I can narrow the search.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Well, go on then.
Some few thousand years ago, this forest stood at the heart of the Empire of Ronka. A great many relics of that civilization can still be found to the east in Ixmaya. Or rather, could be found, were the area not fiercely guarded. Ixmaya, you see, is home to a tribe of warriors whose lineage is said to date back to the time of the Empire. Any attempt to enter their territory is met with lethal force. They offer no warnings, and suffer no trespasser to escape.
Oh, why?
Needless to say, my every attempt to survey the area has been thwarted.
Mayhap the Warden hideth there, full knowing none may approach it for fear of these protectors.
As for the tablet, I find the timing of its discovery suspiciously convenient. If I did not know better, I would think someone was trying to curry favor with me. Regardless, it will take time to decipher these writings. Yet I would not be at all surprised if they somehow held the key to entering Ixmaya unmolested. The Exarch has a nose for serendipity.
Yes, he does.
If there is aught I can do to assist thee in unraveling their secrets, thou needst only ask.
Thank you, Eorzea. I may well take you up on that offer. While we set to work, might I suggest you take a tour of the city? Should you be in any doubt as to the importance of your role as the Warrior of Darkness, the people here will surely cure you of it.
I must say, Stola, while most of us have struggled to come to terms with our altered circumstances, you seem to have adapted rather well.
Lest you forget, Master Matoya and I dedicated our lives to uncovering the truth which hides at the heart of our world. Though separate, the fate of this reflection is nevertheless bound to that of our home. That I would be daunted by such an invaluable opportunity is absurd.
That's fair.
But what of you, Thancred? Could it be that you are still struggling to come to terms with the nature of your young companion?
Whoa, not in front of the girl.
My struggles are none of your concern. Quite why you would speak thus and in this company, I do not know. Perhaps you left more of yourself back in the source than I assumed. If you'll excuse me.
He understands that I'm not the same. That I'm not her.
Understands, perhaps, but does not accept. The question being whether he ever will.
Damn.
And whether you will, more importantly. As difficult as your circumstances may be, they are yours, not his. 'Tis you and you alone who bears ultimate responsibility for your life. But you need not make any hard choices now. Why not go and get some fresh air, clear your head?
Complete. New pants, new pants, new pants.
Oh, alright, we'll just glam ourselves back up. Let's see. Do like 2, maybe 3 more quests. I think these are like our short fetch quests now. I am not indifferent to Thancred's troubles, nevertheless. I will not apologize for holding him to a high standard after all these years. He has ever been a man of considerable resolve, and that is what I will continue to expect. Though it heartens me to know that some of us remain ourselves in spite of our persistent circumstances, I can but imagine how Alize and Alfino have changed since arriving here in the first. Let's see. It is a part of life. We can but hope it's changed for the better. You're right. After my untowardly remarks to Thancred, no doubt he thinks I changed for the worst. I'll have to speak with him later. Returning to the matter at hand, I really must begin work on deciphering this tablet. In the meantime, perhaps you should take a look around Sitherbow. If there is anything you need, pray speak with Renard at the plaza. Yes, thank you. Thank you, my wife, who I will give up to Runar because he is truly in love with you. And I mean, it's not that I'm not, it's just he is way more, probably. He's a little, you know, I mean, but, you know, Y'shtola is wifey. I'm in love with Y'shtola. He's in love with Master Matoya. There's a difference. Welcome, friend. Welcome. My apologies for our less than hospitable greeting earlier. Tell me, what's your name? Where do you hail? From the crystarium I see in this tablet you've brought may help us find the Light Warden here in Raktika. Well then, you are welcome to stay with us for as long as you need. Come, let me show you around. Would it be alright if I joined you? Of course, of course. Anything for the guests of our dear Master Matoya. Thank you. She seems a great deal to the Knights Blessed, doesn't she? She means a great deal to the Knights Blessed, doesn't she? If not for her, we might have all perished in the Great Fire. With our priests slain and our home in ruins,
we were at the mercy of the Sin Eaters. It was she who drove them back, and with her sage guidance, we are able to rebuild. Before long, she became a central figure in our community, a great oak, within whose shadow many have come to find solace. But it is not to say that we are not those hesitant. There were not those hesitant to grant an outsider such authority, myself included. Perhaps it is the smile in her eyes when she speaks of the sunless sea. I feel whole again, and that she is with us. Now that she is with us, I have no doubt that the others feel the same. She is as much a part of the Night's Blessed as any of us, and we are grateful for all she does in service to the dark. But you did not hear this from me, yes? Now you should know there are certain customs we ask our guests to adhere to so long as they reside within Slitherbow. To show reverence to the dark. In a word, yes, but fear not, it is not too involved. Let us begin with something simple. Follow me. Bum, 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 bum. Hello, Davith. No. Alright. Should you see any of our people come to this chamber, they have likely returned from a journey beyond borders of Raktika. We use the water stored here to cleanse ourselves of the light's impurity. A simple and perhaps peculiar custom, but is one of our most important. I would have you two kneel for just a moment, that I might rid you of the light's impurity. Yes, sir. Oh. Boink, 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 boink. I have a new voice for him. As Rina lightly sprays you with water, your skin begins to tingle. With that, you have been cleansed of the light's lighted touch. How do you feel? It's in a way the same, but I feel like there's a more exasperated breath that comes from it. I'm not too sure, to be honest. Not refreshed exactly, but I do feel different. Has the water been treated in some way? Only blessed by our priests. They're practiced in the arcane arts. As such, it is said their prayers imbue the water with a faint dark energy. A prickling sensation. No one has ever spoken of such a reaction before.
I wouldn't say it was an unpleasant sensation, but I too felt something strange.
The dark aspect of this water should have no discernible effect, unless... By the gods, Master Matoya was right. You are sin eaters. I jest. Wait. What you felt was likely no more than the chill of the water. Perhaps now would be a good time for you to acquaint yourself with the people of Sotherbow. For that, I must teach you the customary greeting. Alin Tuta, in the language of Ronka, is one of the several ways to say good evening. The word is not as safe as it once was, and this greeting let us quickly discern friend from foe.
Is there a handshake or a gesture we should know too? I would hate to offend anyone.
You need not worry. Merely speak the word Alin Tuta,
and they will know you as friend of the blessed.
I will await your return here. Now go. They are like to be heartened by your knowledge of our ways. Into the sage chat. Let me just make sure I didn't do anything bad for a second. Alright. Into the sage chat and say Alin Tuta to greet villagers in Sotherbow.
Yes, sir.
The little woman smiles warmly. Alin Tuta. At 3 in the afternoon. 4.
A newly come traveler, Alin Chisi, and welcome to Sotherbow. You must forgive us if we seem strangely reserved. We are quiet and taciturn people, silent and serene as the sunless sea. The quiet makes it easy to discern the presence of sin eaters and other dangers in the woods.
That's fair. Alin Chisi, welcome, friend. I take it you will remain in the woods for some time, yes? Be wary of these woods. You will find poison in near everything you see. But fear not, our medicinal tea will keep you healthy. Ask, and it is yours.
Everyone was so kind and gracious. I was nervous at first, but already I'm starting to feel at home. There is still much I have to learn about the Knights Blessed, but their faith and their strength of will is nothing short of inspiring. Now I can see how they've built such a thriving community.
Your return very good. No doubt they were glad of your company.
It had been too long since we had visitors. Remember, if you have any questions, or there is anything you need, do not hesitate to ask. Speaking of which, we must arrange for food and lodgings for your stay. As a friend of Master Matoya, we cannot ask for payment, but if you would be willing to lend a hand, it'd be my pleasure. We are fortunate indeed to play host to such generous souls. The task I have in mind is simple enough. I ask that you take a jug of water, take a jug and water the crops in the square. May I help too? Of course. One of you can do the filling, the other can do the watering. Speak with, Eorzea. When you are finished, she will be relieved to hear that the crops have been tended to. While you take care of that, I will see to your room and warm a meal. Who's a meal? She sounds like a sweetheart. Right then, I'll fill you water. This was the only jug I could find which was small enough to lift. But I'm afraid there's cracks in the bottom. Need to hurry to the garden before all the water leaks out. You have 45 seconds to complete the task. Should you fail, return to Minfilia and try again. Water. Water.
Oh, spooky.
Honestly, I love that mask. Purgatory Hood of Striking. Interesting. You have watered half the plot. Fetch another jug of water and take care of the rest. Alright, curious actually. Do. We got so many peeps on tonight. Like that, I mean, we got 40 members total. Was there enough water for the plot? Once I'm caught up with story, I'll be joining. Only half, I see. Well, Let me refill the jug for you. Same thing as I said before.
The whole plot has now been watered thoroughly.
I smell that. I don't know. I'm blind, stupid, or both. Oh, Discord. Well met, travelers. I observed you earlier speaking with the others. Have you needed something? You watered the crops? Ah, my apologies for not noticing sooner. I've been rather distracted of late. Watering the crops was always Tadia's duty, but she is no longer with us. We've since taken to sharing the duty, though never with guests. You are most kind. Is there anything else we can do to help? We could plant something if you like. There is no need. The plot is small, it is true, but it provides us with enough to survive. We ask for nothing more. I don't know how you manage. Have the blessed not considered leaving? Life will be surely easier almost anywhere else. I can understand why you might think that, or why you might say that. But the easy path is not always the right one. Tell me, do you know our history? How our faith came to be? I'm realizing her voice is slipping, but it's okay. Yes, I believe so. The Knights Blessed was initially formed by those who lost their homes in the wake of the flood. What began as an occasional gathering of survivors eventually grew into a community which ultimately decided to strike out on its own in the Rocktika Greatwood. I see, you have read your history. But there's a history that is told, and one that is lived. Like so many in those times, the first of the Knights Blessed lost everything. Their homes, their loved ones, all they held dear. To make matters worse, none could say what became of the souls of those lost to the flood. When their bodies were reborn as sin eaters. The people were without answers, without hope. The gods have drowned along with everything else. It seemed that nothing was beyond the reach of the light. But soon they realized that where there is light, there must be darkness. And that, in truth, they found new faith. A belief that the souls of the departed could yet find peace beyond these burning skies in the sunless sea above. That is why we pray. Pray for the safe passage of wayward souls unto the blessed black abyss, for the return of night, that we might someday look upon the kingdom of heaven with our own eyes. We remain in these woods for the self-same reason our founders first chose them. that we may lead lives of lead lives of simplicity with the shade of these trees and the constant reminder of our faith. With so many seeking paradise in Yulmore, it's refreshing to find people who value a humbler experience or existence. You are kind to say so. Many consider our way of life foolish, and so it must seem to those who yet cling to their worldly possessions. In times such as these, when everything can be taken away in an instant, it is all too easy to lose sight of why we fight to go on living. It is not to hold fast to material things, but to hold those who went before us in our hearts, to keep alive the legacy they left behind, left to us. This we must do for them, our children, and our generations yet unborn. To keep their legacy alive. Alright, I think... let's see. This is what Lost But Not Forgotten. Now, I'm not gonna push myself. I'm gonna end stream here. I'm gonna get myself some rest. And I will be live again tomorrow. So, Kay, Jin, thank you both for hanging out. Anyone who was lurking, thank you so much. I will most likely be live tomorrow if I have the energy for it. If not, I will take the time to rest. But I hope you both have a good night, and so did... And same for anyone who was lurking. If you are new or watching this as a VOD, please do like and subscribe. It is highly appreciated. We are 4 away from 90, I believe. So that would be amazing to get to. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. Take care, love yourselves, and bye-bye.